5:30 a.m. in the morning just to discover an unprecedented fire incident that started in one of the shops below, and the fire gradually picked up steam and is ravaging the entire building, as you see behind me. Onlookers and neighbors tried to extinguish the fire, and as we stand here, several calls has been made to the local authorities, to the Limbe City Council and Sonara, to send a fire fighting brigade to come to the scene, but to no avail.
In the west region of the country, many are feared dead in a road accident that occurred yesterday on the Bafoussam-Yaoundé road, precisely at Bantoum 3. The images received from our correspondent in the west region show a number of lifeless bodies on the ground and a private car completely destroyed. The exact cause of the incident and number of casualties is yet to be established. Inhabitants of Yaoundé have decried the increase in prices of food items and commodities in the market. Some blame it on the ongoing AFCON 2021, others on the crisis in the restive region. Our correspondent in Yaoundé, Colette Loum.
Over the years, there has been the phenomenon of inflated prices of goods in the country, and this year is not an exception. But the issue at stake is Christmas season has come and gone, yet prices of goods in the market are still at an increase. What could be the cause?
Just trying, because it's not like a previous year. So things are very expensive in the market. You can't imagine if you go and buy something very expensive, you come and how will you sell it? Customer will complain that things are that they are expensive. So that's it.
Some vendors blame the increased prices of goods in the market in Yaoundé on poor roads linking the farm to market. Others on the ongoing Anglophone crisis in the northwest and southwest regions, which has led to the blockages of raw foodstuffs transported from these restive regions, plagued with the crisis to the central region.
We have already seen that the prices are getting higher every day. So we try to manage without anything to say. We cannot do anything because we need this product, so we just buy it no matter the price. I think there will be a change in prices because I think that prices are getting higher and higher because they think that people are coming from abroad and buy something and selling it at the price. I think when the tourists will go back, the price will go back.
Most farmers say climate change has greatly affected their produce, especially during the harsh dry season where crops dry off.
The increase of price in the market, like take the case of Yaoundé, whereby due to this football that were organized in our country, you see that there are many foreigners that are living their pounds and cannot also go on the match. And since they are coming, all of us are concentrated on farm food. So the quantity of food will increase. And since everything is increasing in the market, automatically you become scared and you need an time to black market. So now the increase in prices of commodities in the market is a strategy for the government to regulate the prices in the market, whereby they will not lead to a certain shortage at the end. So they are against everything to balance the economy. So that's what people will not be richer than others.
At the end of the day, vendors as well as consumers are hoping for a decrease in prices of commodities and raw food items in the market in the days ahead.
Some internally displaced persons currently living in Kribi have been encouraged to embrace agriculture as an activity to combat socio-economic crisis they are facing. Local administrators were speaking to them recently. How this initiative will help them is explained in this report signed Dolingonde.
Just like many other urban cities in Cameroon, playing host to several internally displaced persons hailing from the crisis-hit regions, Kribi, chief town of the Ocean Division South region of Cameroon, is a no hub for IDPs. But recently, the city has been experiencing a demographic boom with socio-economic and cultural divergent consequences on the rise. In this light, the Association for the Development of Kribi, ASDEKE, headed by Lucien Piado, together with over 100 denizens, have converged to deliberate on how some of these current issues can be tackled. Key proposal is the need to integrate the masses into the agricultural sector.
Ayant pour objectif de participer à sa façon au développement de toutes les populations de Kribi.
We really appreciate. Now we are going to invite everybody, all populations, those who are here and those who are coming in other areas, to encourage him, to support him, so that the idea of development should be effective in Kribi.
The initiative, which has brought together both origins and strangers to this town under the same thinking capacity, has also seen the head of the Anglophone community here present appreciating the move.
What is passing here to learn Kribi, I appreciate it because it's the culture that we have in our own side.
In addition, the head of the Anglophone community in Kribi says, for this initiative to be successful, they have a role to play too.
We have our own role to play. Role to play is what? You know, our side, we love farming a lot, and we also do planting of cocoa, then coffee, and then I think we'll also bring that initiative here because Kribi is good for planting of cocoa.
Given that Kribi is dubbed the future economic hub of Cameroon, this project, like many others, is expected to foster the development of the city in less than no time.
State universities recently created by President Paul Biya in Bertoua and Ebolova will be operational as from October 2022. The announcement was made recently by the Minister of Higher Education, Professor Jacques Fame Ndongo. Details in this report. The Cameroonian government is funding all architectural, infrastructural, financial, judicial and managerial measures that will enable the state universities of Bertoua, Ebolova and Garoua to effectively go operational. The prototypes of these universities were recently presented by entities in charge and validated by the Minister of Higher Education, Professor Fame Ndongo. During the 2022 Ministerial Council held last week, Minister Fame Ndongo disclosed that all annexes previously hosted in Garoua, Bertoua and Ebolova, and now full parts of the various universities were housed in. As such, according to Minister Fame Ndongo, the Faculty of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences of the University of Ebolova in Sang-Medima and the Higher Institute of Wood, Water, Environment and Agriculture of the University of Bertoua will be operational in the next academic year, October 2022. Concerning that of Garoua, the minister continued by saying that the Faculty of Biomedical Sciences, which is an annex of the University of Ngaoundéré, is functional but will not be optional on October 2022. He, however, reassured that from the start of the 2023-2024 academic year, all institutions created will go operational. As far as the budget of former annexes is concerned, the minister said it has been budgeted in the finances of the former universities. These three state universities were created on July 5, 2022 by President after having announced in his traditional end-of-year speech on December 31, 2021. His decision to establish duties in the three regions of the country do not yet have them, but that some regions feel left out when it comes to education. And on our health, the number of cholera cases detected in Boya has risen to 25. The information has been confirmed by the regional delegate of public health, Dr. Eko Philbert, who equally used the opportunity to sensitize on the disease. Let's have him.
As the first case that was notified in my 16th health area was around the 28th January. As of yesterday, 4 to 6 o'clock, the last statistics that I got from the personnel in field, we were at about 25 cases and about 3 deaths. The major symptom is diarrhea, waters to, that's how we call it, waters to, and all vomiting. You must not have the two. Just having waters to that looks like the water that you use to wash your rice before cooking, or you're having vomiting, please rush to the nearest health facility. Don't start accusing the food that you ingested or the fish that taking that is bad or thing. Rush to the hospital. As of now, you will be managed as cholera case until proven otherwise, because cholera kills less than 3 hours.
The Confederation of African Football has slapped the Egyptian Football Association the whooping sum of $1 for cutting the preference. They failed to attend the match roundtable conference on January 20 before the encounter with Morocco, which saw them proceed semi-finals. And following a brief between the Egyptian Jerry Paulo and Morocco Federation Fawzi Legja, CAF Disciplinary Council has sanctioned them for 4 games each, imposing a $10,000 fine from each. Sofiane Boufal was equally sanctioned with Mawan Mohamed. The has returned in Guinea-Bissau after an attempted coup in the country. After long hours of uncertainty, Guinea-Bissau's President Umaro Sissoko took to his Twitter handle to reassure the population. Reports say heavily armed men surrounded the government palace, fueling fears of a coup attempt. President Embalo and Prime Minister Nuno Gomes were believed to have gone to attend a cabinet meeting there. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has condemned the attempted coup to remove the president and his government from office. And that was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Junior Pelama. Thanks for watching, faithful viewers. You have more details of these stories on 3 p.m. Prime Info with Gladys Bomotongina, and 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinta. Coming up next is In the House with Eileen Sama and her ladies. Have a nice time.